But every day is different. It's early yet. We just got here. We had lunch. Sit down here. We're back out here in New Brockton on the B-Sox property. This property belongs to Rick and Orlean and Tim and Mary Ann B-Sox. It's got a beautiful stream that runs through it. We're down here again today looking for tracks. The only tracks I see right now are raccoon, and they're fresh, probably early this morning. Come down here to get a drink. But all animals need water, and if you're looking to find animals, just find a good water source, and this is definitely a good water source. So we're going to go ahead and work this area a little bit and see what we can find. We see some very big paw prints here the other day when we were here, and that's what I really came back to look for. There is rumored, and we have a photograph of an Alabama Cougar that is living on this property somewhere. And it's been a while, and the sightings have kind of subsided, so we're going to try to affirm or negate the fact that this cougar may still be here. So we're going to go ahead and look for tracks and so forth. This is good pig and hog territory. There's known to be a lot of feral pigs that run this property, and they love the swamp. So we may run into some pig tracks or whatever, but let's look.
In the surrounding property, this stream and wetland is the lifeline for all the animals and birds and things that live and survive in this community. And it sure is a very pretty sight. I like to spend as much time as I can when I'm on the property down here, because you can tell a lot just by the amount of water and wildlife that you can find down here in this swamp.
Okay, we're gonna cross this creek bed and head this way. We've been back here before. We have to be very careful though, because it grew up in the last year or so. Try to get it alongside that tree and then make it to the back of the property. Push down some of the some of the small bushes and stuff, and just turn around and come back. Alright, we'll wait till we get to the other side and we'll see what's going on. It's definitely hog territory here. See, they're rooting here. You can see where they lay over there. Place for them to lay down, and then this is their territory. They love this. But it's definitely changed since we were here the last time.
We did find these tracks of a raccoon. They're gigantic. That magazine is 4.75 inches.
Here might be one of the tracks that I'm looking for. They're definitely paw prints, but I'm going to have it confirmed what kind of prints they are. These are probably hog prints. They're headed off in that direction. Here are some small deer prints. Everybody needs to come to the water. This is where we're at. You don't see this in South Florida. This is like a jungle. One thing you got to be real weary of back here is because it's warmed up is water moccasins and rattlesnakes. We got protection, we got boots and stuff, but still got to watch where you're going. Yeah, I just want to be careful and not have any accidents. We could probably get the four-wheeler back to here, but after that, all these downed trees and things are kind of closing it off. By using the creek bed, you can get back this far. Then you'd have to cut a trail back to the other side of the property, which is on the other side. You'll see it going up the hill over there with where those trees are at. Definitely a pretty sight, isn't it? Crystal clear water with a sandy base. It's something that the homesteaders back in the days that this land was just being settled would look for. A good water supply. Everything else would fall into place if you had that. Picking the cotton down there. We'll go down there and watch that for a while.
When we come out of the swamp, we see that the farmer is finally picking his cotton. This is a combine, and it goes down between 5 or 6 rows of cotton and picks the cotton off of the plant, and it gets thrown into the big basket. The big basket fills up. They bring the combine over to this yellow compactor, dumps the cotton into the compactor, and the compactor compresses it and puts it into a very large bale, which will go to the cotton mill.
Now this is a bale of cotton. This is where they run the combines through, and they throw it in the bin up there, that yellow compressor, and it compresses it into a bale like this, and this is what goes to the gin mill. This is a bale of cotton. These are the combines. You can see in the front where there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows, and that it goes in between the rows of cotton, and it starts separating the cotton from the plant, and it gets sucked up into that tube right there and gets dumped into the back. It must get so hot because the operators have taken all the panels off that cover the engine, and just to let it cool down and so forth. But they sit up there in the driver's seat and just go from row to row to row. And that's combine, and they usually in operation they run 2. There's the other one. You can see where when the plant goes in, those metal blades, they're what separates the cotton from the rest of the plant. Let's sit here and take a break for a minute. I'll tell you, you can't beat the great outdoors. Sun's shining, you got a pretty blue sky, some clouds up above. It's about 78 degrees. That stream we were in earlier, you can hear it in the background back there. It's just relaxing. Especially for you people who have high pressure jobs and you're in the office and make a lot of decisions and things, you need to get out. You need to take the family and get together and do something outdoors. Do something together as a family. Check out and head back to the swamp. I think one of the cuts is right here, if I remember right. This is another great cut. You hear the water running back there. I want to go see what the water looks like. Sounds like it's running pretty hard. Let's see what else is back there.
Now we gotta walk back to the creek. Last time we were here, we ran into a very large hog. We let him have his way and we went about ours. You have to be careful with these hogs. They have these tusks.
Yeah, there's a waterfall. Making a lot of noise and a lot of water coming over the top of that. Fresh, clean, clear water.
These pretty little flowers are called soapwort gentians. Soapwort gentians. And they
look, a big old deer print. That's kind of fresh. This is definitely a deer trail. You can see the tracks are heading right back through into the underbrush back there.
Well, the moon was coming out and the sun was going down. We're starting to get a little cooler. And you know when it's time that's to hit the road and start heading back.
Oh. This is a gully or a wash. You can see the dangers involved in it. They got this large amount of underbrush that's over the top of it, and then it just drops off to nothing. And you could drop in a hurry, a long distance. This is just caused by water erosion.
Well, we didn't find our cougar. We did find some tracks and we got to see some pretty plants and some other things. We saw a deer and it was just a great time. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. So join us the next time here in the great outdoors.
But every day is different. It's early yet. We just got here. We had lunch.